break down my walls just to watch me crumble, just to watch me fall.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, traders. How is everybody doing today? Hope you're all well. What's up, Craftsman? We did it, man. We're funded. Let's go. It's time to make some money now. Let's go. Now we can make some money. got back from dinner. It was pretty good. How much percent they let you cash out? I don't know, man. I haven't really checked it out yet. I'll maybe check that out today. I'm not sure. Really, I don't know. Funded. Funded. Less than a week. I thought there might be like an activation fee or something, but there wasn't. It was just, they just gave me the funded account right away. Maybe we can just check out what's going on here a little bit. Turn this music down a bit. Let's just check the ecom calendar here first. Anything dead day today? Short session today too, because the markets are closing early. I guess there's a vacation or something. I don't know. I didn't even know until BDP told me. How much I pay attention. It's like all our trades are in the positive that we took this afternoon. We'll get into those. Let's look at the Bitcoin heat map. Six. 98. I have my main targets are up higher. A lot of people shorted this. And really, there's not too much liquidity over here anymore. The liquidity's here. Maybe I'll be moving up some of my targets to this area. 100k, 99. This area looks so good, man. This area looked so good, man. What are you gonna do? You know, you just need to do what it says, right? Yeah. My funding. I wonder what the payout is. It says right here, so you get 100% of the profits from your trades funded up to 2,000 or 200,000. I wonder what that means. All right, they can pay in crypto. That's good. %80 profit split. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't say. I don't know. I'm not going to be in any rush anyway. I'm gonna try to build this up, right? So we're underway. Already up 33 bucks. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I've been trading pretty good lately, so let's try to continue that mess. I don't know if I'll be getting into any new trades. Have to look around, see what I see, you know. Put the win rate up on the screen. I'll adjust that when it's time, you know. Oh. Just leave it up there for the new people so they can see my 50% win rate. So we took a few trades. We did take a few. Long gold, long Bitcoin, and long Sol. All the trades went out in the Discord as per usual. We'll see how they turn out. We could get it stopped out here, but we'll see. This is a half decent setup. Half decent. Can go through the trades here. So this was the thinking behind Sol. We're at the bottom of the range here. They're holding. They still could go a little bit further down. They've already tested that actually. So this is the main trend that we're in. This is the internal trend. The internal trend they gained. So this trend is still in play, right? So they're at the bottom of this trend. It's when you take trades. So they gained to 15 here. Gain to 15, this or this, if you wanted to say that, you could say that too. With left a gap, we entered easy. Could even have a little bit tighter stops if you wanted to, but I just left it a little bit loosey goosey. Really, I'm gonna fix that. The tether trade or the Bitcoin trade, similar kind of thing, right? The 4 hour. All right, the main trend, inside trend, 4 hour gain, and they left this block. So really, this is still just all part of this, right? Like this is still in play. So right now, you know, as long as they don't go below here, like this is the next thing that should be expected is above this, above 102. If they don't go below this, if they go below this, it's probably like look out below, down here. So it's kind of what's up. Should actually be recording this shit. Let's just do all that again and I'll record it all. So let's get into the charts. So we did take a few trades. The Bitcoin trade. The Bitcoin trade is pretty straightforward, right? Like the main trend is here. You know, when it gained way back here, when it gained 96 back here, the move that came from 89, the lowest point in this upper range. They did leave a gap here, and they tested that gap on this dump here, and they pumped it and gained again on the 4 hour. So, and when they gained, they left another gap. So right now this inside trend is in play. And honestly, if they gain this, we're probably going to gain this. Like we're probably going to new highs. So like this is just kind of where we're at right now. At the least, as long as they're holding this, the next thing is going to be up here above 102. It's kind of how I see it. So we took trades this afternoon during the London session because it did gain. I believe it gained. I don't remember if it did or not. It had a little gain. But the main idea was off the 4 hour idea, right? Like our stop on the 4 is on the 4 hour, right? So I'm just, if we do drop below this level, I'll average in a bit more and stop same place. So that's kind of where we're at. Normally I would have just taken this first trade. We were in this first trade already, right? We took trades here, but because we took trades here, but because this is a funded that was part of the evaluation period, I had to close my trades. So I'm just getting into new trades again now. All right, so that's the Bitcoin trade. For Sol, SDT. Sol, same kind of idea, right? The main trend here, and then the inside trend that gained here. Didn't have a super good gain, but did gain nonetheless. And then this is just kind of the area for them to hold it, right? Like this is the area. Like you want them to hold this order block to continue higher. So targets, if they do start pumping here, targets are going to be above this and then above this, right? First above this, then above this. If they start pumping, it could just fail it. They did have a gain here on the 15. That's why we entered. So they did gain. This is the gain, new low, and then gained above, right on the next few candles. You know, three bullish candles in a row, leaving a gap. So we took trades in the gap. Pretty straightforward. And then GC1, we did take some gold longs too. So this one was pretty straightforward too. The main trend is here, still holding. They held it here, gained. Just look on this on a 4 hour too. They didn't make new highs, but they're still holding lows. So as long as they hold this, if they hold this, we're good to go. Like it's good for new highs, and this is probably going to like three grand around. So we'll see. Kind of expecting higher highs than this, higher than this. So we'll see. The reason we entered was they gained here, right? New low and then gained. You see the action right here, right? The action here. They left gaps as they gain this. So on the retest is where we entered. Very simple, not very complicated at all. My trading is not very complicated, man. It's very, very, very simple. It's not very complicated. So that's kind of the trades for today. I'm already in most of them. We'll have a look around and see if there's anything else. I was going to take an NQ long off the 4 hour, but it was so top of range that I didn't really like it. It's just after it broke out to new highs, so like I just don't really like those kind of trades. You can look at NQ here. On the 4 hour, they did bounce it. Was it the 4 hour? Maybe it was the 1 hour. Yeah, it was the 1 hour. So I was looking at this. They did gain it with a gap, right? When they gained above this. When they gained above this, they left a little gap here, right? So, but because this is so top of range, you know, they literally just made new highs. So, you know, it's just not really a trade that I like to take. All this is tested though, so that's why I almost took it. Everything's tested here, you know. You know. Down here looks a little bit interesting. And then maybe down here if they go that far. If you wanted to buy the upper range though, this is probably more interesting. Yeah, we're gonna see a big slide. Everything else is kind of gone. So there's just a couple spots up here to be like kind of looking out for. This. It's kind of the only two that I'd kind of be interested in. On the 4 hour, if they do get back down to the 4 hour, this gap lines up with the 4 hour, so you know, even a bit higher, this 4 hour candle, because there's a 4 hour gap here too. That's why those lines were there before. So this would kind of be the area that I would be interested in buying if they were to come back down. They didn't make new highs either. I don't know why I thought they did. Hello, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so that's that really in a nutshell. The gap that's my thing. I mean, it's not my thing. It's just like I just combined what I learned from Dope and from Skinner and from, you know, from everything that I've learned, and then I combined it with like ICT, and I combined it with fair value gaps, you know. But it's not like I made up fair value gaps. It's like all those gaps I'm talking about, they're fair value gaps, right? But the important thing to tie with fair value gaps is, you know, play the ones that are gaining. You know, they need to gain something first or lose something. No one ever there's nothing about that on the internet, you know what I mean? They need to gain something first, and they need to lose something first. Once they gain or lose something and they create a gap, it's just an easy way for new people to look at the screen and be like, oh, there's an untested level here. Really, it's just about tested levels, if they're tested or not, and it's more about buying the order block, not buying the gap. It's just a lot of the times the gaps that gain levels usually line up with the gaps that gain levels usually line up with the order blocks. I don't know if I can't remember, dude, honestly, if it's ICT or not. I think it is. I think it's ICT. I don't know if it's our ICT or Smart Money Concepts. One of those two. I can't remember. But yeah. So all I did was kind of combined, you know, fair value gaps. Like ICT and Smart Money Concepts, they all kind of teach the same fucking thing, you know what I mean? Like they all just and Dope and Skinner, like it's all price action, man. Like they all just teach the same thing, really. And even before they were called fair value gaps by ICT, people were calling them imbalances in the market. Imbalance. a market imbalance. When you see like a one big candle like that with and it's a fair value gap, yeah, that's a lot of people, they used to call that a market imbalance back in the day, like 10 years ago. The important part is just being able to spot those while it's gaining or losing something. You just need to understand how trend works first, right? Once you know how trend works, then then you just refine it a bit more and just understand where the entries are. If things hold, then they usually go to, if they hold, they go to new highs. You can see I have 32 followers. I can see that you're going to try to sell me something. So just hit the bricks, brother. Can I share some things that I used to do in the beginning phase, which made me understand things more fully? I don't know. I can just try to break it down a little bit more for you, So there's really only a few things to understand, man. Like you need to understand that there's big time frame ideas and small time frame entries. Every oh, hold on a second. Okay. Every entry, every trade will start with like a scalp. So you need to be the scalp may be on the 15 minute or the 5 minute or whatever, but the entry is going to be on a small time frame, and then the idea is the big time frame. So when you're, I like to use the 4 hour. Some people like to use the dailies, right? But I like to use the 4 hour. So like when we've turned around and we're at a spot, let me just try to get an example here I'll use Bitcoin. Actually, this is a lot easier to trade. So when we've made like new lows, like how the market moves, right? The market moves, it moves like this, right? It makes a new low, makes a new low, makes a new low. So when it makes a new low on a higher time frame, you're looking for a reason to long it into this, right? Okay, so you're looking for this on the bigger time frame. So when it's made a new low and then you flip over to the smaller time frame, smaller time frame, you're looking for a turnaround point. So it was coming down, it made new lows, gained the 15, left gaps. It's really as simple as that, man. Like that's how simple it is. Like you don't need to make it any more difficult than that. So the next time the price approaches this order block, you're gonna want to buy it. Maybe you want to front run it and front run some here. Maybe you want to put some in the lower gap too. I'm a big fan of DCAing the entry. So when you enter your orders, a little bit more, and the most down here. I used to buy it all the way down to the stop. Like, so if my stop was here, I'd be putting huge orders in down here, like massive orders, because like it's going to be like $10 if you get stopped out on this order, right? And if it doesn't get stopped out, you're going to make bank. So really, that's all you have to think about. You just need to you just need to be capturing moves on which way the market's going. So once you figure out which direction it's going, made new high. When it's down in this area on this swing, you want to be looking for areas to enter and targeting above here for most of the order. Big problem that new traders have will be to exit their positions early, you know what I mean, and not play the trend how it's supposed to be going. You need to play the bigger time frame trend. Anybody making any real money in this game is playing the bigger time frame trend, like an hour. Or now if you're like trading futures, it's a little bit different. But you still do it the same way, right? Like you still play the hourly as your big time frame, and you enter on 5 minute or 1 minute. But so it's done the exact same way. It's just shrunken down a little bit, right? Like really, you just need to try to figure out what the next candle's going to be, man. Like what's the next couple big time frame candles going to be. Once you can figure that out, then trading becomes a lot simpler. It's also different ways. Like I'm just telling you the basics of price action. There's like distribution phases, there's accumulation phases, there's different patterns. And like when I say I just trade price action, like doesn't mean these other patterns aren't real. You know what I mean? Like a bear flag is still a pattern that happens, and it's legit, right? So it's coming down and then it makes a bear flag and then goes like this, right? And then goes. So not saying that the like entries like this don't work or whatever. I'm just saying that the better entry would have been down here, right? Because the market would have moved like this, right? Bear flag, bull flag, triangles. When you see the market going like this, up like this, and it's going like this, this is a pattern that it's going to dump, right? You don't know when it's going to happen, but this is a pattern for it to dump, making lower highs or making like not as strong highs. There's all kinds of different stuff like that, but really, honestly, that stuff is not even close to as important as the price action and entries and exits and liquidity and gaps. You don't even really need to know about that stuff if you don't want to. It doesn't really matter too much. It's more important is the actual entries and the price action and the way the market's moving, right? Like you need to understand that like looking at this, you need to understand what's going on here, right? In the price action. So we made new highs and we gained this 4 hour. So we're in this trend. We're like think of it like a containment zone, right? We're in this containment zone. So as long as we hold this, we should go here. As long as they're holding this, we're going to go here. And then now this is the main containment. Inside there's an internal trend, so this is the containment on the internal trend which they've gained, right? So as long as they hold this, we should go here. You know what I mean? It's kind of how you need to think about it. And because this is an internal trend, this is giving you a signal that they're going here first before they just go here. You know what I mean? Like, because they're still most likely going to go here as long as they're holding this stuff down here. So getting an idea like that and understanding where you are in like the bigger trend is fucking super important to winning because you have a way better idea. And like, you see how long this trade has been playing out. You know, most people would have just gave up because this has been playing out for so fucking long. But honestly, it doesn't really matter how long it takes to play out. You know, as long as they're holding this, like the main thing is holding this. As long as they're holding this, they're gonna go back up here. As long as they're holding on the inside, as long as they're holding where they are now, like basically holding this swing, they're a little bit low in it for sure. I would have liked to see them hold the top of this order block, but as long as they're holding above this swing here, they're going to go here, and then most likely here next. Now there's crayon markers all over my screen, boys. Boys, we're funded. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's make some money together, yeah? I hope that made sense for you guys, because it's a very, very important part of trading is understanding where you're at in the trend. Does it even make sense to take a trade? You know, we're at the bottom of this range, kind of, you know what I mean? I was already in trades. I'm only taking trades here because I'm late to the party. We took trades here. Like, I took trades here already. This was the area to take trades. But because I still think that we're going here, I still just entered into trades. Sure, yeah, I guess it does. You know, definitely. Closes matter too, right? So closes also matter, right? So let's look at the even bigger time frame stuff here. Jesus. Let's look at gold for an example. GC one bang. So again, so this is the main trend in gold, the daily trend. We had daily closes above the previous swing, right? This was the old highs, and then we had daily closes up here. So having that is you know, it's, you know, you need to be thinking, because we did that, we're probably going higher than this. Now, even though, you know, we bought this before and they pumped, and I was still saying we took profits here, because of course you're going to take profits at the top of the range. They didn't make new highs, they dumped it, but they're still holding this level, right? So as long as they're still holding that level, then we're still in this containment. And as long as they're holding that level, then what you need to think is they're going here. They haven't lost anything on the daily, so the trend is still up. You know what I mean? Once they lose this level, sure, then we can talk about this. You know what I mean? And that's the kind of move that you want to be paying attention for, right? Like you want to capture this move, you know? Yeah, it's important when they're stair stepping up that they're having closes above this. You know, and when they make new highs, they make closes above. If they just dump it right away and just have a wick, that's very weak, especially on a bigger time frame. You want to see them having closes above. But you need to understand where you're at, right? Like this is, you know, because they dumped this, it's not weak yet. Because they dumped this here and didn't make new highs, that's not weak yet. It would have been weak if they made new highs and then dumped it right away. This is still just in the containment. Does that make more sense? This would be way more weak if they made new highs and then dumped it like crazy. That would be very weak. But because they didn't make new highs and they did dump it, that was profit taking. Many people took this trade, and many people, this is an area to take profits right at the top of the range. So like that's what the day traders do. But they didn't lose anything, and then they started gaining again, right? So because they started gaining again, you need to think, oh, okay, well, they're holding, you know, they're holding gaps, they're holding, you know, even though they made a lower low here. Could they come up and do this? Sure, you know what I mean. Anything can happen in trading. They could come here and then just dump it like crazy. That could happen. Anything can happen. You know what I mean? But you know, you need to think we're still just in this containment, and you know, as long as they're not losing anything major, little stuff is okay. But like a daily didn't lose. They lost this 4 hour. So next stop is here. We're gonna see what's gonna happen here. There it's gonna be decision time, right? It's gonna be either you guys are gonna fucking dump it, and this is gonna end up being a lower low. Let me just get this out of here a little bit. So they did lose an inside 4 hour. Right? They lost the inside 4, but they also held the inside 4. So it's going to be decision time when they get up here. If they reject this hard, then we're, you know, I'd probably say, yeah, we're probably headed down into this area or something like that. But if they don't, then we're probably going to 3 grand. Regardless, you're still taking a trade here no matter what happens. Even if they just go to here, that's fine. You'll get stopped out in profit, right? The 4 hour made new highs and then lost it. And the shorts have been, but it's channel, that's why you're long. I'm long based off of this. I'm still long based off of this containment, this daily move. This daily had a close above, and we're still, you know, we're still holding where we need to. So because we're holding where we need to, and this daily had a close above this, you know, this previous daily high, then I'm expecting us to go to new highs to continue the daily trend. If we fuck around here for a bit and then go, that's fine. But as of right now, when this has happened, you know, I'll still take trades to the upside when it's at a level to hold. This is the main level to hold, right? So you need to be looking for trades there and to the long side. And like I said, if they on the 4 hour, if they do only go to here and then dump it, if they only go to this 4 hour loss swing and then dump it, oh well, you know, then you get stopped out. I will have moved my stop up to here by then, so I'll basically be break even trade. That's fine. Oh, am I gonna look at that 4 hour for shorts? Yeah, maybe. It's not. I don't usually like it because I would if we had lost this. If we did had some action below this. Did we? You see, I don't even know if we did. Really paying attention. I don't think we did. No, we held it. Yeah. I don't like it too much because they held this. So they're holding they're even holding the internal trend. But I'm sure there's going to be a reaction there nonetheless. Maybe a head short. Not a bad area for a head short, you know, above this candle. And then the only target on that would be new lows, you know what I mean? Or like probably below this. Honestly, is where you should put it. Because if it dumps it, it's going to dump it, right? So if they do dump it, they're going to dump it probably down there. But if I did take head shorts here, I probably would be expecting to get stopped out. And honestly, you'd have to wait to see what's going on the 15-minute. Make sense? Makes sense, boys? I think it's going to be a pretty lax market today because it, you know, it's going to be short-lived, and there's probably not too many traders going on today. All the big boys are probably at home fucking their wives or whatever. Good morning, Rubus. Sorry I missed you there. Rubus. Rubus 20,045. Let's go. Boys, we're funded here. Let's get it, man. Let's get it, you know? Let's go. We're funded. Free money. Free money, it's not mine. I wonder if there's payouts.
But we had one more important sound
Nah.
I wanted you to hear.
This is only for like ones that have been requested. Withdrawal. Oh, here it is. Minimum withdrawal amount $100. $100. You can withdraw anything anytime you want, basically. Cool. This is pretty dope, man. You know, even you can take little payouts. I'm not going to take any. I'm going to try to double the account. Try to double the account. That's kind of the plan. Pretty cool with these guys too. You don't get a trailing stop, you know, or you don't get a trailing account liquidation or whatever. So it gives you a little room to breathe once you start making a bit of money. I mean, 10% drawdown is not too bad anyway. It's already pretty good. But yeah, let's go. Let's get it. Let's just look at the Dixie here real quick. It's pretty dirty. It's not very convincing, is it? Really, not too convincing. This was the continuation play up here. And then this is the gap down here. 1 hour gap. It's the first gap on the gain of this. Oops. This was the continuation. They did play it. There's a tiny gap in there, but it's been tested here. Yeah, all that's tested. The first thing is the first gap is right here, really. So let's just get this out of here and just put this here. This. I don't think that will head that far down. We're almost there, man, really. We're almost there, man. We'll have to see. We'll have to see, boys. Can we just get a fucking pump one time for the boys? Let's get it. Yeah, so hopefully the markets go a little bit today. Do you guys like the new stream? I did a little work on like the fonts and stuff today. Not too bad, yeah. I got the stuff like the mainline trades and the trading together in rate. I put it all in the same kind of font, so it looks a little bit better. And I added my name. I think people just recognize, like they might recognize the name because I've been around the community for years. So before I rebranded to mainline trades, I used to be J Funk Down. So maybe if people see that, they'll stop in a little bit more. Kind of hard getting people to just come in here for trading, man. It's really amazing, man. I see so many BDP. What's up, brother? Yeah, I'm a saxophone player. I used to play in a band back in the day, like a touring funk band, touring ska funk band. Yeah, it was all right. You guys want to see? I probably have a performance I could put on here for you for a second. Check it out. It'll be funny. This is me. pretty cool, man. We got to like tour around fucking the west coast of Canada and California and stuff. Back in the day. Yeah, it's my buddy Spencer. When was this? Maybe 10 years ago? Yeah, it says in the titles. Fucking bananas and shit fucking on stage. Pretty funny. Yeah, dude. It's pretty good, man. Anyway, this stream is not about fucking Ska-Fest. It's about trading. But yeah, it was fun, man. While it lasted, really, it was cool. We got to like go on like, it was awesome, man. Like we got to go on like fucking ski slope tours during the ski season in the west coast of Canada. And like we'd get put up at these fucking like extravagant fucking like chalets and shit. It's fucking dope. We didn't really make too much money doing it, but enough to like travel around and like just party. We didn't really save too much money. That's for sure. Lost a lot of brain cells doing it. That's for sure too. But yeah, it was fun nonetheless. Really fun. One of the funnest times around. Cruising around California in a fucking 12 passenger van, selling merch and shit. Pretty funny. And just partying like it was like the party didn't stop for like 5 years. It was a bit much. Lots of groupies. Yeah, there's always groupies around. It's funny, man. Like you wouldn't believe how many chicks want to sleep with the fucking homeless musician. You know what I mean? The homeless broke musician. It's pretty funny. I don't understand what the draw was, but it was awesome. I'll tell you that. It was pretty great. Those are days of the past, though, man. A long time ago, bro. But super fun, man. Super fun. I wouldn't change the things that I've done in my life for anything, man. Yeah, now I have a home. Now I have 3 homes. Yeah, that shit, you know, it had to come to an end. I still have buddies that do it though, man, like, and they're my age and they just kept doing it. And I'm like, you guys are nuts, man. Like, what are you gonna do when you retire? You know? Like, you need to hang it up. Or, you know, you're just not gonna... Retirement's gonna be pretty hard, you know, if you just fuck around the whole time and don't start paying attention to shit. Even while I was doing that, I was still learning to trade and like doing trading while I was doing that. Yeah, man. BDP, are you traveling or what, bro? Are you at home? Did you go traveling? You said you were gonna go. Flying tomorrow. Nice. Did your mic come in? How long are you going for, you said? Not very long? Short trip? This is a short one? I'm gonna stop this from recording. Stop, that's it. Back next week, okay. Less than a week. Can dig it. What do you think? What do you think of the long positions? I took longs in Bitcoin, gold, and Sol. Sol's a pretty tight stop. I think that one's gonna get stopped out. Mike is at the office. Let's go. Let's go. Another trader on the mic. Let's go. Yeah, I think it would be good to get on the mic and like break down some charts. Break down some charts for just the other new people around. Sometimes you get someone else's just like a different perspective on things, and you know the way people explain things sometimes a bit better clicks with other people, you know. Track, man. Yeah, I think it's going to be low volume for sure. I still think gold's going to new highs, man. Really. We're still in like... You know, we're still in this containment. I think we're going higher than this. And then they held this, right? I was just kind of like, I was long from here already, so I had to close my positions, right? Yeah, I'm glad I did, because I would have been pissed off. I would have got stopped out anyway, right? But you know, I just wanted to get long again in gold and have runners to here. Still a good, still a decent trade. Even if we go down here, I'll take longs again and target here. Yeah, I do too, but I'll still take both. You know, I'll just take a stop here. It's fine. Just in case, you know. Yeah, if it does go to that lower range, I'll just re-long again and then have the same target. It'll more than make up for any trading, any stops I take here. Yeah. I'm just gonna put a rule in that just say it's just gonna put, if you say cheap viewers, you just insta banned right away. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty light day though today, boys. I don't think there's going to be much volatility or much volume at all in the market. Just kind of chilling, you know? Chilling, and then yeah, that's it. Didn't really look at the crypto news today. Have a look at that. I always just use cryptos are us. Jesus. Cryptos are us. Let's go, man. What's going on with X here? Is this Bali or what? Look at this slow ass internet. God damn it. Anything fun happening here in the world of crypto? Banks are starting with the stable coins. You know, it's going to be really huge, man. I think when banks start having stable coins. You know, like, yeah, you know. Hey, brother. Came from the MCT payout, yeah? Like their Discord, is that what you mean? Oh, the certificate section. Yeah, sorry, I'm not reading good. Yeah, dude, doing great. Welcome to the stream, man. Things are going good. We just started the funded account today, so we up 32 bucks. Kind of just open these trades, so what strategies do I use? It's just price action, right? It's all just price action based. So it's price action. My main setup is I'm playing the 4-hour chart usually, especially with this MCF, because you can do longer term trades. So I play the 4-hour or daily chart with this account, and then it's price action based. So on gains that leave a fair value gap, it's kind of combined with fair value gap strategy. When we have a gain, then I'll buy the gap. I can break down a couple trades that we've taken here. So let's just take gold here, for example, because it's on the screen. All right, so the containment for gold. We can look at the daily here too. Let's just look at the daily here for a second. So the trend containment for gold is here, from here to here. So that's the current daily trend that we're in. And then when price broke out of here on the 4-hour, I believe it was. Yeah. When price broke out of here and gained this 4-hour gap, this 4-hour, the first gap that we have, there's a couple. There's one here and there's one here. So when price approached here and here, these gaps, these are where we took trades. This is I bought this one really hard. That's what I used to this trade right here is what I used to pass the program or whatever. And I just took profits at the top. I took profits here because I had passed my funding. Normally I wouldn't have taken profits. Because we had daily closes above this last swing, so I think we're going higher than this. So that's kind of why we re-entered longs down here. It's because we're still in this containment from here to here. So we're at the bottom range of it. It's holding where it needs to. You know, it's still holding where it needs to. It hasn't made newer lower lows. And then it gained the 15 down here. Yeah, gained the 15 here with just clear this off. Gained the 15 right here. And left a gap, right? So we took longs here. So it's kind of like an amalgamation between, like I took other courses before ICT or SMC was even a thing, you know what I mean? that explain all those guys are explaining is price action. It's all price action. Everybody calls it something different, you know what I mean? When you have a gain, like when when I talk about this being a gain, that's a break of structure in one of these other programs, ICT or SMC. I can't remember which one. I get them confused. But the course that I took called this gaining. You know what I mean? And I took that course a while ago, way before those other things were even a thing, right? But regardless, it doesn't really matter. It's just I did get fair value gaps from these newer ones. That was never that they used to call those imbalances when I was coming up, probably a little bit older than you guys. Like they used to call this an imbalance in the market. The imbalances usually get tested at 50% when the next time they come back and get tested. But really, yeah, no worries, brother. Really, it's not so much important about this gap. It's more important about the order block, right? The order block and what was gained, like the break of structure, when the structure was broken, and the change of character, whatever you want to call it, whatever you call this, once the market came down and then started changing, where the gaps are signals to you that that's an untested level. So those gaps are ones that you need to be paying attention to, right? Same with kind of this right here. Yeah, same thing happened up here when we failed, right? So okay, we failed this. They left a gap here. So you put the stops there. If you wanted to wait again for more confirmation, you would wait until this broke. This is where they left the gap, so you would short there. Trying to get funded as well as learning these things. Yeah, dude. You know, I recommend funded, like getting funding accounts for new traders, you know, as much as possible. I recommend it to everybody, because you're not blowing up your own money, you know. It's a lot easier to trade other people's money when it's not like huge amounts and stuff, right? So it's just a little bit easier. And if you fuck it up, then you only lose $60, right? Like, it's not a huge deal. So that's why I set this. That's why I'm doing this for the stream, right? Trying to help out the new guys. I have other accounts that I trade, you know, real money on, not this little shit. But I do. I get pleasure out of helping people, right? So I'm trying to help out the newer generation of traders, I guess, as much as I can. Because, you know, I lost a whole bunch of money when I first started trading, and if I could, you know, make new people not lose a bunch of money, that would be great. Yeah, Bitcoin pump. Soul pump too. I don't even think I have any PTs in this range. I don't even know if I set up my PTs on Bitcoin. Oh yeah, I did. So same kind of plan, you know, a higher high than this, and the short hedge is going to be up here, and then it's just a little short hedge. Kazook, what's up, brother? Welcome back, man. Welcome back. You know, I like to see it. I like to see it, man. You're coming back. You're showing up. Why is BTC and Sol movement very similar? Well, BTC and a lot of coins are very similar movement right now in this period of not knowing what's going on. So when Bitcoin starts doing well, a bunch of things start doing well. I don't think my equity is updating here, man. It's the one kind of problem with this software, man. It just freezes all the time. It's not the greatest, really. Yeah, see, my equity wasn't updating there. You don't really understand the concept of that? Well, it's pretty, it's pretty simple. It's like, there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of FUD out there right now, right? Because we don't know what's going to happen with Bitcoin. We've been in this consolidation for, a few months. Are we going to dump? If Bitcoin dumps another 20%, alts are going to dump another 70. You know what I mean? So like it's good. That's why people they don't know, right? So they start seeing Bitcoin start doing well, then they're more easy to put money into more higher risk stuff, yeah, right? And all alts are just higher risk crypto, right? Basically, I guess that's kind of the basic way I can explain it. But really, you shouldn't pay too much attention to that. Just play the chart. It's just a lot of the alt charts look the same, like the same kind of chart as Bitcoin. Like, look at Sol. This is the Sol chart, right? Made new highs, dumped it. We're in this containment, and then this is the containment over here. Internal. We're at the low end of the range, so this is the spot to hold, right? So if they hold this and start getting over this, it's going to be good to go. Let's look at BTC chart. Oops. SDT. God damn it. So, this chart looks very, very similar to Sol, right? Made new highs, dumped it, internal gain on the 4-hour at the low end of the range. It could go a little bit lower here, but this has already been tested with this. So like this chart just looks a touch bit different. Start on the weekly for Bitcoin. Yeah, sure. So it's pretty if I'm starting on the weekly, I better just remove all this. All right, so we had a move up, right? We had a move up. The last weekly move up is this right here, from here to here. From here to here. So as long as we hold it down here, we should go higher than this and have weekly closes up here. Now, they didn't have a weekly close up here, so it's a little sketchy right now. We don't know what's going to happen. Usually when you see this is a big sign of weakness, right? When you make new highs and then don't have closes, weekly closes above. So this is looking a little weak on the weekly. Usually you don't like that when you're not to say that you shouldn't take trades at the bottom of the range on the weekly when you see that. All I'm saying is this is weak. When it should have had weekly closes up there for this to continue. So right now on the weekly chart, this looks like it's gonna head lower. And if I had to guess, it would be here. On the weekly chart. On the daily chart, same kind of story on the daily chart. We have this internal internal trend here. They lost. It's a lot of chop in this area, right? Like they're still in this containment from the weekly, so it's just been chopping around in this weekly containment for a long time. Like how long has this been? Since November. We've been in consolidation sideways for like a long time, dude. Long time. So the reason that I took longs here is because of this gap down here after this gained. This was the original entry. They gained this 4 hour here and left a gap here, so they're holding this. We'll see what happens when they get, if they try to get over top of this or not. We'll know soon. We'll know soon. How many pairs do I trade? Do I believe in trading only one pair? No. Sometimes two. You should trade whatever. I trade whatever you want. As much as you. The more charts you can look at, the better it is. If you trade just one trade or one pair, it's you'll end up forcing trades, right? That you won't. That aren't perfect. Like you should only be taking really good setups. If it's not a good setup, then don't. Just move on to something else that is a good setup. Some people I know though just trade one pair. Like some people I know just trade the NQ. That's it. I think it's beneficial, especially if you're a newer trader, to trade more things and just look for the setups that work for you, the ones that you know how to execute. Because honestly, execution is one of the hardest. It's one of the hardest things when being a new trader. Execution and exits. knowing how to hold your trade. Yeah, and then set it, forget it. Honestly, man, the sooner you realize setting it and forgetting it is the way, the better off you'll be, man. You want to spend less time at the fucking charts, not more time. You want to just get into your trades, set your goddamn targets, and don't fucking touch anything. Just leave it. And sure, you'll get stopped out sometimes, but who cares? Like sometimes I don't even know what kind of trades I'm in. I forget. Like there's so many things that I looked at. At one point before Trump was elected, I was into like 72 different stock positions. I had no idea. Like I just had my target set and and that's it. You know what I mean? My target set, and like I was going through them like once a week just to adjust stops. That's it. But for this MCF, the one thing that you should know though, The Witcher, is like you shouldn't take a whole bunch of positions in like crypto all at once. Like you can't take positions in Bitcoin, ETH, Sol, XRP, Luna, ADA all at the same time, because then it's no longer like you need to have good money management, right? So you can't take 1% of your portfolio as risk on all that, because if one fail, they're all going to fail. Like if Bitcoin shits, they're all going to die. You trade 1 minute on a scalper? Yeah, it's a losing way to trade, man. But you do you, if that's what you like to do. Regardless, whatever time frame you trade, time frames are fluid, right? So like whatever setups you're looking for on the 4 hour or a daily, you're looking for on the 1 minute too. Same thing. So if you're like a scalper, so you say, you still need to have a higher time frame idea, and you're entering on the 1 minute. So you should be using your hourly as the high time frame idea. Or 15 minute or whatever. I would still use an hourly in 1 minute. I think that would work. Apple. Let me just look at the weekly here for a sec. So held the weekly. Held this, right? So new highs. New highs most likely, I would think. Yeah, and I would expect it to go to like around 300, 290. Could we get a rejection off that daily? Maybe. So this is kind of, they played this already here, right? They played it here too, honestly, on the way down. So how this short would have worked is they lost the daily here and they created a gap. They had a daily close below and they created a gap right here. Boom, boom. They tested it right away and dumped it. Retested it on the second time, dumped it again, but then held. They did create a gap here too when they gained, right here and here, but they did gain this. So they failed and gained in this leg. But the bigger thing is that they held the weekly, right? You know, the more important thing is they held the weekly. So if you were, you know, more longer term trader, you would have probably seen this weekly swing and you would have been like, okay, we gained this weekly here and we left a gap right here untested. So this is the order block that I want to buy, and this is the low of it. This would have been the low of it. I probably would have been entering here. So if I was longing this, I would have been entering like here. Yeah, top-down analysis is important. Yeah, it's important on any time frame, really. Like, it's the only way to do it. You need to have big time frame ideas and small time frame entries. It's like the 1 hour, 1 minute, 4 hour, 15 minute. And then like daily 1 hour, weekly 4 hour, something like that. Or like the pairs of like high time frame to low time frame. I'm just gonna go get a drink, boys. I'll be right back. Gonna be kind of dead today, man. It's not too much volume out around here. What's up, boys? I'm back. Well, a little bit of a dump on the NASDAQ. This area down here kind of looks interesting to me. Maybe worth a try. Look at this. Let's look at this. Yeah, not really on the 1 hour. Let's look at this. Maybe they'll hold this 4 hour. I don't know. I just hate taking longs up here, you know? Should have shorted it. Really should have shorted it here. And they failed this. Here. Yeah, it would have been. I just wasn't paying attention too much to the NASDAQ today. But yeah, they that would have been a decent, like when they lost this, right? When they lost this right here. Would have been a decent on the retest here or here. I traded with a little bit bigger stops, right? So I could have just shorted this and stopped here. That's all right though. Yeah, you know, I don't think we're gonna see like a massive dump or anything. It's we'll see what happens. I think the volume is gonna be very, very light today. Are you even trading today, BDP? Or you just jump on just to say hi? I see. And then tomorrow back to regular trading hours, I guess, yeah? What holiday is it even in the States? Didn't even realize there was a holiday. That's how out of touch I am with the Western world. Really, I have no idea what's going on over there. President's Day, whatever that is. Jeez. President's Day. You know, they did on this platform, they added Trump and Milena coins. So we can trade those. Great. We live in a world where the president of the free world has a fucking meme coin. Wow. Stop loss at entry, yeah. I have my stop loss. This is a longer term trade for me. Still, my stop losses are much lower. I'll add to this position if it goes down. Like if we sweep this, I'll add. Kind of think that this is gonna hold. Oh, I see. The Ethereum started pumping a little bit today too, I believe. ETH BTC. Yeah. So, you know, that's nice to see. Nice that we're starting to see a little divergence here in the Bitcoin, in the ETH Bitcoin. Good for me because half my holdings are Ethereum. Literally half my net worth is Ethereum. So I'm still hoping that we're going to see a quite the move here. Still think we're going to hit this, and honestly, this probably. Sol BTC is probably looking a little shittier. At the bottom of the range. We'll see if this holds. It might, you know. Look at this. Look at how long this has been consolidating, man. Fuck. You know? It's over 2 months. Consolidation sideways. You know what they say about double tops, yeah? I think we're going to see I think we're gonna see 5K Ethereum in like a couple months. Within a couple months, not even probably, maybe like 1 month. That would be my guess. Could be wrong, though. Been wrong plenty of times. They left equal lows down here, though, too. Yeah, bro. You know? Let's get it. Dinner was good. My girlfriend's mom's in town from the village. Suey, yeah, I think I can trade that one. Isn't it? US. No, I cannot. Not here anyway. Yeah, you know, I'd feel a lot better about it if once it got over top of this. Or even just this 4-hour gain. Didn't really gain shit over here on the higher time frame. You know, I haven't even gained. Sure, they gained a 1 hour. Gained the 1 hour. Trade's underway. Really, everything just depends on Bitcoin, you know? Really just depends on what's Bitcoin gonna do. Is Bitcoin gonna tank, or are we gonna make a run at it here, or what? Oh, you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to do some stuff with that. Might as well do it on stream here, you know? Chat highlight, here we go. Filters. Get some drop shadow on there. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's get some glow on there. Okay. I think that's it. I think that's good. Good enough, yeah. Little fucking jazz it up a little bit, you know? Just fucking get it a little pimped out a bit. Just pimp it out. Volume's way down today. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of my plan too, is just leave all these and fucking that's it. I'm probably not entering any other trades, I don't think. I fucking love purple. It's just the color scheme I got going on here, man. You know? This is what I did. Purple and pink and blue. I think it works okay. How did that look coming up? How did that look going away? Yeah. Good enough. Good enough, man. I like to spend a little time getting the stream looking all right for you boys. Look, I even got my shit all going on. Good. Yeah. Yeah, got my name up there now. Not too bad. Not too bad. Gonna even have the win rate and everything. Let's go. And then I got your spot ready over here too. BDP. Ready to go when you are. Or whoever else is calling in. Oh, did I? I'm gonna need to fix this. Oh. Fuck. I have to copy that. delete that. Yeah. Oh. It was almost a huge mistake while I was live, huh? Unbelievable. $968. $968. $968. $68. There we go. There we go. Lock that up. Lock it up. Yeah, excited to jump on. Yeah, man, I'm excited to have whoever wants to come on. You know, the more people we can get on, the better. Even people that like want to learn, you know what I mean? It's fine too, you know, not a big deal. But I'm always excited to have people who know what they're talking about on, because they can maybe explain things a little bit differently than I can, right? Sometimes I'm not the best at explaining shit. Especially like stuff like price action and trading, it's like it's all second nature to me now at this point, you know. So sometimes I forget like some of the nuances about it, and it's just I don't explain them, I just do them. So it's like this gold trade's working out. Today's like a pretty good day, man, you know, for this account to make 62 bucks. If these trades actually work out, it's gonna be good. If all these trades worked out, all three of these should be pretty good. Won't be too bad. Up here, be a pretty good start to the account. You need to see a 4-hour gain before we move any stops. It's like Bitcoin's still gonna go. Well, I got about another 15 minutes in me, boys. Bit tired today. We had one new person come to the stream today. He didn't follow. Damn it. You know, you win some, you lose some. You wanted signals, yeah. I don't know. He's scalping, you know, he's using this platform BDP to scalp, you know, it's a bit rough. That's a bit rough, bro. You know, you're scalping on something that has like, you know, on the 1 minute. Let's just go to the 1 minute chart here. You're scalping something where you're losing this much immediately. You know? What? Like, what are you talking about, man? How are you scalping this? You know? What? Why would you pick a platform where you're taking points? Then you're losing points immediately when you enter the trade. And that's just on the Nasdaq. If you look at some of these others, it's kind of bad. Like, you know, how do you scalp that? You know what I mean? Like, the spread is fucking huge for a scalp, you know? You picked the wrong platform, brother. This platform is only good for doing things on like the higher time frames. The beauty about this platform is this the only one I've seen that you don't have to close your trades. I'm a scalper. I trade CFDs. I know, you know what I mean? Like, fuck. I didn't have the heart to tell him it. I didn't know what to say. You know, you're trading the wrong fucking, you're the wrong products, brother. If you're a scalper, you're gonna lose points on every single trade immediately. You know, I don't know. It's all good. It's all good, man. But like, this platform is half decent. Like, I've never seen a funded platform where you don't have to close your trades, right? That's pretty awesome, you know. What other do you know of any other funded platforms like that, like where you can, any other prop firms where you don't have to close your positions and you can let them run? I don't know any. This is the first one I've seen. Breakout prop, I never heard of it. It's a crypto one. Can you trade other things other than crypto, or just crypto? Regardless, it's still good. If you don't have to close your positions, it's awesome. It's just more in line with the way I trade, right? Like, I've been holding positions for a long time. I always have runners. Feel bad closing them, you know, and then I'm like a bit confused the next day when it's like, fuck, I wish I still had my position from yesterday or whatever, you know. Well, I think that's going to be probably it for today, boys. Not too much else going on. I'm probably just letting these trades all run anyway, so see what happens. Kind of wish I took that short. I wasn't really paying attention to it this afternoon. I should have took a short there on the Nasdaq. So thank you guys for dropping in on BDP. We'll see you. I guess have a safe trip, bro. We'll see you on when you come back. Just let me know when you come back, and we'll get you set up on here. Excited for the fucking chart breakdowns. Let's go. Hopefully we've doubled this account by the time you get back. 1 week. I don't know if I can. It's a bit much. If I can make $1,000 on a $5,000 account in 1 week, I would be happy. Even that's going to be very difficult. All right, boys. So we'll see you tomorrow. Start of the week, new funded account. Let's go. All right. We'll see you soon. Trade safe.